Ooh, passion, spiritual, inside, yeah, 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 for your life. It's the Pearl Hale Show.
Welcome to the Pearl Hale Show. I am super excited. We are talking today about the power of walking in forgiveness. And I have none other than my sister from Little Rock, Arkansas. She's been hanging out in Dallas for over 20 years. She's an educator who specialized in K through 12 and now in higher education. I want you to show some love for one of my homegirls, Shanelle Jones. What's up?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to be here. And I just thank God that He put it on our heart for me to join.
Great. You know, we're tackling this subject. So much can be said about forgiveness, the power of walking in forgiveness. And we're going to get started. But before we get started, I want you to click and subscribe, like us on Facebook. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your comments on tonight. We are super excited about this. And before we get started, I have a quote from one of my favorite poet laureates, my girl, Maya Angelou. And it says, forgiveness, it's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. To forgive everybody, you are relieved of carrying that burden of resentment. You really are lighter. You feel lighter. You just drop that. Again,
Mhm.
come online, come in, click subscribe. We want to hear from you. We're talking about the power of walking in forgiveness. And I know Chanel is hype. I know she's ready to tackle this conversation with me. You know, Chanel, this is a very interesting topic. A lot of people have been asking me to talk about forgiveness. And I'm going to let you know the reason why I titled this The Power of Walking in Forgiveness. It's very significant. As the quote you just heard, you dropped that thing. See, the sting
Exactly.
of it, the thing that comes to hurt you when
Mm.
you play opposite with the enemy, what the enemy meant for evil turns out to work for your good. Because, in
Right.
essence, Chanel, you grow from whatever it was.
Yep. Yes.
So,
Yes.
by you forgiving, even if it's a wrong turn or if it's a pivot, God gave you an ouch so you can grow. And
Yes.
from that, we're going to segue into our first question. Chanel, what does forgiveness truly mean to you?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pearl. That's a very good question. Definitely just being able to think about that question within itself of forgiveness. I thank God for one of how I was raised. That's one of the biggest parts, how I was raised. My mom and the women in my life always taught me to forgive. So I walked in that, and then on top of that, knowing how they forgave me. And if you guys could know, seasons and seasons ago, when children or whatever would get in trouble or make a wrong choice, of course, you had the moms, the dads, the grandparents, the uncles, the aunts, the church mamas, the church papas, the neighbors. So I had all of that. I even had those from out of town who called me. They would get on to me, but yet they also would say this every time. Now, go back into position where God placed you and go do what God has called you to do. We still love you. We still embrace you. I that has been deep within me. And then, of course, just reading the Word of God itself, knowing that He forgave me first. He loved me first before I was even created and born. If He did it to me, I must do it to others as well. Does that mean that I forget? Maybe to where I don't put it this way, like I don't think about it or whatever here and there. Sometimes it might come up. But the key is you would know if you've forgiven them or not on your reactions, to where you can still bless them, you can still pray for them, and then you still, of course, go. But yeah, it's so forgive. Matter of fact, God said forgive 70 times 7, and that's daily. So we are to always forgive. And it's very important to forgive because it frees you.
Wow,
It'll free
yes,
you up.
that's excellent. It frees you. And we're thank you so much for watching. I want you to click and subscribe. Hit us up in the chats. What do you think about this topic? We're talking about the power of walking in forgiveness. When we walk in forgiveness, Chanel, as well as I said, you drop that thing, as Maya Angelou said, that sting,
Yes.
that thing that the enemy came to haunt you, or you're not good enough, or he comes to break you so you won't
Mm-hmm.
get to your next level.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fill yourself with hatred and heartache,
Yep.
you will get the short end of the stick. You won't be healed to go on to get the real thing, because some bumps in the road, some things we have to forgive people for is because we want forgiveness as well. Which takes me
Exactly.
to my first poll. I want to hear from you. I want you to hit us up in the chat. Do you believe it's realistic to forgive and forget? Is it possible? I want to hear from you. Give me a one if you believe yes, and a two in the chats if you believe no. Do you believe that it is realistic to forgive and forget? Now, Chanel, you said something earlier. What happens is that I believe that it's easier to forgive, but as far as forgetting is concerned, it don't happen that way. It don't happen that easy that you forget, because some things require boundaries.
Right.
Some things require that, yeah, I forgive you, but I also need to stay away.
Right.
I also need to handle you or handle a situation differently in the future.
Yes. Yes. Because
So,
if not, you're
so
putting yourself back.
yes, yes. And so we want to hear from you. We're going to move along to our next question, and we want to hear from you in the chat. Let us know what you think. Is it realistic to forgive and forget? Chanel, you've gone through a lot in life. I want to know from you, how has forgiveness transformed your own life?
Mm. I think you said the word earlier. Or for one, we said freedom, but then it's been what's the word? I'm more lighter. I'm able to walk, of course, in God's love. Um, yeah, it's being free. It's not holding grudges. It's not holding resentment. Um, it's not going around being angry or having rage or what is it more or fits or whatever. It's just you're walking in the love of God, knowing that, of course, yes, they've done you wrong. And of course, in our eyesights, mankind eyesights, it's like, oh, this was a big thing here, and or maybe over here, this might have been a small thing, but of course, in God's eyesight, it's all the same. But regardless, it's still saying, I forgive you. Jesus was able to look at all those who mistreated him, persecuted him, talked about him, lied on him, pointed fingers at him, betrayed him. If he was able to do that, and we have that, and his spirit is within us, we're able to do the same thing. It's being able to align, of course, our spirit with his. Um, but it definitely it frees us, it renews us, it revives us.
Thank you for that, Chanel. And again, we want you to let us know in the chats. Do you think it's realistic to forgive and forget? Yes for one, two for no. And we're going to move on to our next question. Forgiveness. Can you share a moment when you had to choose forgiveness over bitterness?
Yes. Um, Choose a moment because I have numerous of them, numerous of them. But there was a time, even of course, with my spouse, um, uh, decisions that he made, and they were constant decisions he made that, of course, affected um, my livelihood or my choice. But I was like, okay, either I can continue to be mad and be mad all day, or be mad all week, or be mad all month and all year, or I can choose to say, Lord, I'm giving this to you because, Father, you are my creator. You are my king. You are my provider. You are my Lord. You are my savior. Basically, I worship. And that's one of my biggest things that I definitely do all the time. I will go worship and just release it to Him. Because when I release it all over to Him, that takes the burden off of me. And then, of course, I sit and listen to see, okay, what is it you would have me to do in this particular situation? Or how would you have me to do in this particular situation? Um, so that's how, yes, I'm able to forgive because I still look at it of, even if it was an attitude or if I said something wrong, I'm like, okay, as soon as I asked God for forgiveness, He forgave me.
You know, it's interesting what you said. And some things we have to forgive people for. Um, again, is so God can move in our lives in a greater way.
Right.
And when you drop something, you know, someone out there, you're listening to this podcast and somebody lied on you and you're trying to defend yourself. I hear the Holy Spirit saying, don't try to defend yourself.
That's right.
Forgive them because where He's taking you, you had to shift
That's right.
the way you think about it. He wants us to stop, Sister Chanel, defending ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
When people wrong us, He
Mm-hmm.
wants us to forgive them.
Yes.
Because what actually happens is the opposite of what the enemy wants to do in your life takes effect
Exactly.
when you decide, I'm going to pray for them, not be
Yep.
foolish. I might
Yep.
have to leave them alone, but
Yep.
not be foolish. But what happens
Yeah.
is that in God and His infinite wisdom, when you have to forgive people for betrayal or whatever, that's always God
Mm-hmm.
showing us something, teaching
Yes.
us a lesson. I
Yes.
want you to just pivot. I want you to learn something. So you should actually be grateful for the cut.
Yes. Yes.
As hard as it is,
Yes.
that's why I need you to forgive because they just took you to your next level.
Next.
They
Mm-hmm.
just broke something.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just allowed this situation to happen to break some stuff off of you so you can watch your walk.
That's
And a
right.
lot of times, Chanel, it's not that we've done anything wrong.
Mhm. Right. Right. Sometimes we don't, but He put us in those positions.
Right,
Basically, it's a test,
right.
just like He did with Job. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we haven't done anything wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but we have given a wrong impression.
Right.
And so
Right.
what happens is that scar, that sting comes to say, ouch,
Yep.
step back.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
want you to see
Yeah.
toxicity for what it is.
Yes.
And I want you to see
Yeah.
that when I hurt, when I break you, when
Yep.
something hurts you, or
Yep.
when you have to forgive someone,
Mm-hmm.
it's because I don't want you to go left when I'm telling you to go right.
Mm-hmm.
Certain situations people
Mm-hmm.
have had um, where, growing up, I had to lose some friends. And I said, wow, God,
Mm-hmm.
it was always God taking me to a detour, being in
Yep.
ministry very young, being around. When He said, have you set aside or set apart, you're going to get ouch moments.
Yes.
And it's
Every
not about
time.
perfection because none of us are perfect.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
because of the call and because of the people that you're assigned, I'm assigned, you, woman of God, man of God out there, you're
Mhm.
assigned to help.
Yeah.
He said, forgive them. I admire uh, a lot of pastors because that's one of the hardest jobs. Every week, you got to be on the job. You got to smile. You
Yes.
got to love on people. You got to forgive people no matter what. Can you imagine how anointed um, and how much courage and how much of God's spirit you have to do that for years and years and years
Yeah.
and still show up amidst the pain, still smile, still shake somebody's hand, still give them a hug after all the people talked about you,
I still
after
have to
all the
bless some of them.
scars, and
Some of
still
them
have
still
to
blessing her.
and still in some ministries bless thousands and thousands of people. um, they wouldn't be able to eat and people still talk about you. So forgiveness is such a broad topic. It is a hard topic because I did a show some time ago. What happened when the cut is deep? When there are difficult situations, obviously in those cases you forgive, but you have to release and again have boundaries in certain situations
Right.
because it's not healthy.
Right.
But God is
Mhm.
about to do something awesome, and when you forgive, he said that he will make our way.
Mhm.
He said called according to his purpose. So when it doesn't line up with your purpose and it hurts you and you have to forgive,
Mhm.
you have to see it wasn't in alignment with my purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are toxic.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to forgive people because when you get attitude or there's dislike, it's because they see something in you that they wish they had.
Mhm.
Sometimes that's what it
Mhm.
is.
Mhm. Jealousy, envy, covetousness. Yeah.
Right. And so you have to forgive people because they're not strong enough to break stuff like you. I was sharing years ago, I had a gentleman come in. He was mad at when I was doing insurance in New York, and he came in. He was mad or whatever. He said, this person talking about me and this and that, and he had his own business. He making me mad or whatever. I said he talking about you because you all of that. You go. That individual has nothing.
Yep. Yep.
You
That's what they
have
do.
a company. I said, look at it through this lens. Understanding that we all have sensitivities. I don't care what you have. I'm still human. Things still hurt me. I'm
Yes.
not
Yes, it
uh,
is.
talking as if these things are not real. Hurt is real.
Mhm.
Um, and so, in forgiving a person, I was just trying to say, forgive and forget about it because where you going? They looking at you and they're talking
Mhm.
about you because you all of that.
Right. right.
And if
As they see
somebody's
fit.
thinking about you and dream about you, it's because they all of that. And they've got to prove something to you because you are all of that. You are
Yep.
significant. And
Yes.
so again, in forgiving people, you have to understand if somebody don't like you or if things don't work out the way you want, you're a
Right.
child of God. You're a queen. You're a king.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God says, I would not withhold any good thing
Anything. Yes.
from
Yeah.
you. So if it was a good thing, and if it was for you, it would have continued.
Mm-hmm.
When your assignment shifts, or when you up here and they're down here, it's not going to
Mm-hmm.
work. And so
Right.
you forgive and you move on. We thank you
Right.
for watching. Hit us up in the chats. Thank you for watching the Pearl Hale Show Transformational Speaks. We're talking about the power of walking in forgiveness. I'm telling
Yes.
you, Chanel, I'm super stoked because God is uh, a healer, a miracle worker.
Mm-hmm.
We've just been speaking in this season. I need you to drop some petty stuff. I need you
Mm-hmm.
to let go of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and reveal to you what my
Mm-hmm.
assignment is for you.
That's right. That's right.
And in this season, we thank you so much for watching the Pearl Hale Show. We bring you these shows every week to inspire you, to help you. I want you to click and subscribe. And also, I want you to support the Pearl Hale Show Transformational Speaks. Uh, we got a merch for you. Positivity. The Pearl Hale Show brings you positive, inspirational messages. Purchase a t shirt, be a blessing to the Pearl Hale Show, or a copy of my book. Click the QR code, scan the QR code, and be a blessing to this show. It'll inspire you. At the bottom there of the shirt, there's purpose, transformation, all these things. We want you to support us. And you can visit my website, www.thepearlhaleshow.tv as well. And if you want to be a guest on the Pearl Hale Show, you can reach me at info@thepearlhaleshow.tv. And thank you so much for watching. And Chanel, in these last few minutes, how did your experience as a heart survivor influence your understanding of forgiveness?
Know that we only have one life,
Mm,
and having that one life, of course, definitely He given us the choice on how we choose to live it. But you're able to fully see things in a whole different perspective uh, when you're basically at that when you hit that challenging moment to where, yeah, it's a heart attack. Either I'm gonna live or either I'm gonna die. You basically, like you were saying with the petty things and stuff. Mm-mm. You basically let them roll off like water when you go through things in that. It's like, no, I have more purpose. I have more to live for than to sit there and either listen to gossip or be around those who gossip or listen to lies or listen to ridicules uh, or even holding grudges or being around those or whatever that what that betray or talk about you, whatever the case may be or whatever their wrong may be. And of course they do wrong because they have hurt, they have pain, and they're basically doing nothing but pouring it out on you. You have to continuously, of course, like you were saying earlier, yes, it hurts. It does bother you, but you still have to not let that affect your life, not let it affect your heart. And yes, you do have to walk in forgiveness. And yes, definitely have the boundaries. If you still have to, of course, pray for them as always, bless them, and you move on your way and keep going. Still, if you see them again, speak to them. Sometimes I sit there and be with people, and even now, hey, how are you doing? Even though I know they're my enemies. Hey, how you doing? Bless you, and still keep going. So yeah, you able to see things in a whole different perspective when you go through a heart attack. Um, And just within that alone, I truly believe that I truly believe God had used me even in that heart attack. Of course, I know it's definitely it's a very rare thing that took place because it was due to my thyroid. It's called thyroid storm, and it's very rare, but it does happen in women, and especially of the culture of the African American women. Um, because the hormones secrete so much. And if it secretes too much, then of course it causes your heart to palpitate. And mine have been doing it for years. And of course, with doing it for years, my heart been pumping quadruple times than normal. Um, but it definitely, with that itself, of course, just knowing that I had that heart attack when the doctor said what I was going through, because I did was experiencing some of the symptoms of the what tightness in the arm, or tingling in the arm, or whatever. And then it kind of went down the whole arm and both arms. And of course, thank God we were just 2 minutes or so from the hospital.
Wow.
But when they said heart attack, my eyes just, hmm, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, something's not adding up. Um, I was like, okay. It's like, I don't know why. Of course, I asked, could it be stress? What's going on? They said, no, it's not stress, because they know the difference of when one is having a heart attack with that. But but I thank God they put me in research. And with that research, of course, they found out it was due to thyroid and the thyroid storm. But it definitely gives you that viewpoint of we only have one life. No one knows the hour. No one knows the day of when we're going to leave this earth. So, again, what are you going to choose to do with the space in the middle of it? Because, of course, we're born in this world. Of course, we're going to leave this world. But what are you doing in the middle of it? That's
And
where.
thank you so much for that. Miss Shanelle, Miss Dana, Dr. Dana Williamson is asking you, what was the name of your heart condition? Thank you for
Ooh,
watching, Dr. D.
let me actually pull that up because I wrote it down. It's um. Thank you for asking. Because yes,
And we thank you
and
so much. And I'm going to give her a few minutes. And while you're looking that up, we just want to let you know that we are going to be at the the BLS Summit. The BLS Summit. We gonna be in Chi-Town, July 24th. July 24th. Don't miss the Black Leadership Summit. Uh, you can see the website on the screen. Yours truly will be doing a workshop, turning pain into purpose, transform challenges into growth and meaning. Yeah. You know, uh, Chanel, and
I have that name
also
too.
October 22nd, I will be the keynote speaker at Purpose Beyond the Pain, Destiny for the Future. There are hotel discounts. You want to grab your hotel for the discount before July 24th. All of that is on my website if you go to my website as well. Also, Chanel, I want to mention while you're still looking that up.
I
Hello,
found it.
family.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Dr. D. Thanks for
It's
watching.
called.
Thank all of you for watching. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. No, I was gonna say it's the type 2 myocardial infraction.
Okay, well, thank you for that. And as you said, God is so good because some things he had to deal with me on in terms of forgiveness. And when I dropped that thing, he said, a lot of things that you went through is so you can see it uh, through another lens and through another way. And I tell you, the
Okay.
people he has for me, the people who have me coaching now through my transformational coaching side is life transforming. I am just seeing God move, and I'm like, wow. He said, this is why you have to forgive. And this is why I had to, um, if I speak in spiritual terms, I had to cut you to break some things off of you
Mm.
and let you know that your time is valuable. I have too many people on assignment to help you and for you to help them.
Right.
And so I can't afford for you to be in foolishness. And I can't afford for you to live less than what I've called you to be.
Exactly. Exactly.
And some situations is too low for you, Minister Pearl, too low for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to bring you up higher. That's low. That's not where you're going. And so you have to forgive so I can show you. And God has been awesome. He's been blowing me away these last couple of months. I can't tell it all, as they say, but we thank God for forgiveness
Mm-hmm.
as we're sharing with you on
Mm-hmm.
tonight. And thank all of you for watching the Pearl Hale show. And for those of you who are out there, every scar, everything that happened to you,
Right.
Jesus said, forgive 70 times 70 so you can
That's
release that
right.
thing. When
That's
you
right.
release that resentment, when you
Mm-hmm.
release that lie they told on you, let them lie.
Mm-hmm.
Let them
Yeah.
keep lying.
That's
Because as
right.
one pastor
Right.
said years ago, God's gonna show up in the situation and he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie. Well, he
Mm-hmm.
said, he said something different, but he said it in terms of the street terms. God's gonna show up and I'm gonna blow up. What for you? So whatever you did or whatever you thought you was doing, watch God in this season. Not to get a
Exactly.
big head, but for you to understand that you're bigger than that. You're
That's
better than
right.
that. Woman of God, man of God.
Mm-hmm.
Every cut, every sting, forgive,
Yeah.
move forward. Thank all of you for watching. Thank you. Hey, Vanessa. Thank you for joining us tonight. And on next week, how many of you got a G plan? My girl, Brittany Hicks, the founder and author of Oil and Ink Publishing. She's going to be with me on next week. I want you to join me. Who got a G plan? We're going to come back next week. Thanks for watching. And I want you to leave you with, again, my quote from this dynamic woman, Maya Angelou. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Forgiveness. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, to forgive. Forgive everybody. You're relieved of carrying that burden of resentment. You really are lighter. You feel lighter. You just dropped that. And on that note, you just dropped that. I'm going to see you next week on the Pearl Hale Show. Thank all of you so much for watching and your comments on tonight. I want you to click share, like, and subscribe. And again, I'm going to see you on next week. Thank you for watching the Pearl Hale Show. I'm out of here. Good night and God bless. Thank you so much, Shanelle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, passion, spiritual inside.